Hey, thanks for watching and figuring out how many fucking mouths we have to feed. Aren't you excited to see our Tractor Supply bill? Hey everyone, welcome to Flying Fur Farm. I'm Miranda.
And I'm Kyle.
Today we're going to be going over all the animals that live here with us. They don't all have names. Going to be trying to give you an overview of most of them. You might not get to meet all of them individually because there's like 120 chickens alone. But we'll be hitting the highlights and kind of giving you a tour, a feel of everybody that lives here with us. This is Steel. No, Steel with an E. I know it's different depending on which of his papers you're looking at, but I want an E on it, damn it. Anyway, for Steele's midlife crisis at 13, he decided to have a nasty abscess that grew into some freaky arthritis in his left leg. So, only occasional light riding for him, which has obviously caused him emotional damages. Can't imagine a worse fate than spending most of my time napping in the sun and eating. Steele is fluent in 3 languages, but completely forgets how to communicate when you're riding him if he doesn't want to do what you're asking. Then we have Arvac. Yep, named after Skyrim. I know we're farming now, but can you look at me with my tattoos, a nose ring, and pink hair and not expect me to also be a nerd? Okay. But yeah, Arvac is my giant toddler Frisian sport horse. Hobbies include bullying his brother for existing, practicing karate on the stall wall while eating, acting like a fool for literally no reason, and invading my personal space whenever he thinks it's a good time for scritches. Arvac doesn't turn 3 for another month, and I'm considering selling pictures of his feet to help pay for his feed. Also outside, we have our little orphan, Bottle Cap Wednesday. She wears all black like her new mama, so pretty appropriate name, I think. At the time of filming this, she's only 10 days old, so her hobbies are limited, but they do include making a mess with her milk bottle and getting adorable zoomies. 10 out of 10 would kill to have eyelashes like her. No, I'm not going to eat her. I know she's a black Angus, but she's going to be my milk Angus. Mind your business. We'll talk about that later. All in all, we have about 120 chickens on the farm right now, with only about 30 of them living outside. All the Easter egger hens had names when they were chicks, but they changed colors, and I can't remember who's who, so I usually just refer to them as the ladies. Our Easter egger rooster he's Poopy Butt. He came with the name, but honestly, he's a total shit, so it's staying. The ladies enjoy hanging out, scratching around on the ground, and trying to escape the run every time I open the frickin' door. Poopy's hobbies include yelling obnoxiously, doing the sex, and trying to fuck up my legs. In addition to the Easter eggers, we have Lavender Orpingtons. They have just turned about 7 weeks old now, so I don't even know if they have a personality at all yet, honestly. They just kind of hang out. They do chase each other if you have lentil sprouts, so I guess there's that. Our other outdoor chickens are Cornish Cross, and I haven't named them because they are inevitably going to end up on a plate in my kitchen. At least I know they've had a comfortable and fulfilling life and have not been stacked up on top of each other in some kind of industrial chicken plant. Their only hobbies are eating, drinking, laying around, and taking massive shits. I will say they're pretty good about taking turns with the single brain cell that they share, but occasionally they lose it, and there is no sense to be found in the entire enclosure. In our soon-to-be outdoor class, we have our ducks. The big one is Cheese, one half of our original Cheese and Quackers. Quackers, unfortunately, did pass away, and since Cheese was lonely, I got 9 more ducklings in her place. Their names are Ritz, Graham, Oyster, Trisket, Saltine, Club, Keebler, Wheat, and Biscuit. So now, instead of just Cheese and Quackers, we have Cheese and her band of Crackers. Quackers. Quack something. Graham is training for the Olympics, and Cheese has promised to be his coach, but just hasn't figured out how to use a stopwatch yet. I haven't bothered trying to name our indoor chickens because even if I could come up with all those names, I would have to take pictures and catalog them and keep up with the changes in their feathers, and I'm way too lazy for that. Plus, you do encounter losses with farm life. And I also don't even remember who is who, so I'm probably going to have to wait until they're adults to even figure out what breed they are. Now we have an assortment, including a couple more Lavender Orpingtons, some Black Sex Links, Golden Comets, Starlight Green Eggers, Rhode Island Reds, Cream Leg Bars, ISA Browns, Bantams, and Black Copper Marans. Don't mind me just over here chasing the egg rainbow. Ren is our oldest dog. She is now retired from our security dispatch, but she doesn't know that and will still sound the alarm if she thinks there's something even remotely suspicious going on. She's the sweetest soul on the planet, and I would gladly sacrifice any given human being to keep her alive. She wouldn't hurt a fly, unless there was pizza involved. Her favorite food is steak, though, and one time I gave her a New York strip, and she refused to eat her dog food for 2 days. The girl knows what she likes. I don't like to play favorites, but I do play favorites, and Ren is it. Finnegan is kind of a combination of a hairy comedic relief and the stepson I never wanted. His favorite activities are talking back and stealing my toothpaste from the bathroom counter so he can eat it. Not sure what that's about. He was the 2021 Florida State Countersurfing Champion. He is in the running for the Kentucky State Champion this year as well. If you're ever in the market to lose your hand, Finnegan will gladly take it off if you offer him a vanilla ice cream cone from McDonald's. I suspect that he can actually detonate and reconstruct on command because there are several instances where I've come home after leaving a clean floor and found a literal pile of fur surrounding his cage. Kaiser is the third dog, and at this point I'm not sure if he's a separate entity or if he has just become a parasite that has attached to my body. He 100% has baby killer eyes, but he's the only dog I've ever met so smart we actually had to change our doorknobs in the house so he couldn't open them. On weekends, he works as a stunt double for Henry Cavill. Aside from following me around endlessly, he does like to run a lot in any direction on the couch, in the yard. It doesn't matter. He just likes to go. Vincent is our regal sir. He's actually a really solid cat, and he doesn't do regular cat stuff like piss in your laundry. He does, however, attempt to escape every single time he gets the opportunity, after which he will hide under the deck and scream until I bring him back inside. He also likes to stuff his face with food so fast that he vomits it back into the food bowl, so that's cute. Here you see him practicing as he is an aspiring yodeler. Newt is our feral little void. I found her when she took about a 4-mile journey riding on the top of my mother-in-law's transmission. 99% of the time, she's extremely antisocial, but when she wants affection, she absolutely demands it and will literally knock your phone out of your hands. I would put her up against any dog in the house. Her favorite food is queso from Moe's, specifically, but honestly, she's kind of a slut for any sort of melted cheese. Toby is a former con artist. We actually fell victim to his scam and then decided to take matters into our own hands and get him off the street where no more innocent bystanders would be falling for his ploy. He had this whole get-up where he would sit in front of the Tractor Supply and look pitiful, and then you would obviously go in, buy a can of wet cat food, bring it out to him. So, oh, little hungry baby. But I busted him because I saw 6 or 7 empty cans on the side of the building, so... He's Australian, and the only acceptable treat in his eyes is butter, which he will steal if left on the counter unsupervised. Sage is actually only 65% cat. The other 35% is cleaner shrimp, but as she's gotten older, some of the feelers have fallen off and her hair's grown in pretty thick, so it's a little harder to tell now. Her favorite thing to do is annoy me when I'm sleeping until I lift up the covers and she can come in and take a little siesta on my chest. She also functions as an alarm clock because only comes out when it's bedtime. I suspect she spends the rest of the day summoning demons, but I'm not too sure. Awfully cute face to be a necromancer, but it's a possibility as well. We have 2 barn cats, Sadie and Tilly. They are kittens that showed up at my mother's house, and we couldn't just leave them there near the road, so we brought them home. They are killing any pests we have and just being a beautiful, adorable addition. A little joy around the farm. 2 little joys. So thank you for joining us, going over all the mouths that we have to feed.
There is a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, and there will be more, I'm sure. There's going to be losses with any farm, and there's going to be more additions with me being on the farm. So stay tuned, and we'll introduce you to all of our lovely babies as we get them.
Have a good day. Hey, thank you for coming by and seeing all of our shit.
Perfect. Cut. That's
Got it.
Done.
See ya.
You were so bad at this.
I
You are not a YouTube personality.
I don't know.
You literally, you know what you do? You go.
I'm just kind of here for the comedic relief. I said comedic relief on purpose.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
So that wraps up our animal tour. For now, there's always going to be additions and changes, and if you don't stop, I swear to God. Yeah, because your filming face is not strong.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Thank you for your permission.